Okay, listen, we need to talk because Gilmore Girls is my number one comfort show. It's number one in the rotation. I always have it going in the background all day, every day. As soon as I get to the last episode of A Year in the Life, I immediately click play on the pilot, right? Love it. Seen it dozens upon dozens of times. But you know what makes me violently ill every time I think about it? Every time I am rewatching season 3, which, yes, I'm watching season 3 right now. Every single time I am distraught, disgusted by what we lost in not getting to see a Dave and Lane romance play out throughout the seasons. We could have had it all. I get it. He went to the OC. I loved the OC in high school. It was a great show, but I will never forgive them for taking Dave Rogowski and giving us that romance. She ended up with Zach. Are you kidding me? Sorry, spoiler, but it's been out a long time by now. Disgusting. Every time I think about it, their whole thing, their whole relationship, it makes me viscerally angry every time I think about it. Did I use the word viscerally right? Anyways, do you understand? Like, nobody would have been talking about, oh, Team Jess, Team Logan. Everybody would have been focused on Lane and Dave. Every single one. Luke who? Christopher who? Lorelai, hey, girl, glad you're doing what you're doing. We care about Lane and Dave. And not enough people are talking about what all we actually missed out on. And it's the same as when I talk about, do you understand the storylines we would have had if Tristan hadn't gone to One Tree Hill? If Tristan had stayed and we would have had a love triangle with Tristan, Rory, and Dean, she would have dated him for a while. Who knows? They could have ended up together. They would have been so good together. That makes me sad, but I get physically sick to my stomach when I think about what we missed out on with Lane and Dave. And just like Lane's storyline in general, because she was incredible. She was so spunky, so sassy, so smart, just the black sheep of the family, so talented. And then you give her that story when we could have had the romance of a century. I'm calling it right now. If Adam Brody had stayed on that show, they would have been one of the greatest TV couples of all time. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I'm very upset about this, and I will continue to get upset every time I rewatch the show. That's all.